Hey everyone, so just the other day I was just kind of detailing the interior of my '06 TSX and kind of smelled like a coolant smell, like this maple syrup smell. So I pop open the hood and right away I noticed around the radiator here, you can kind of see it's coming up a little bit up there. So this is apparently a common problem with these aluminum and plastic crimped radiators. So looks like I'm ready to replace a new one. So time to order one, and I'll show you, kind of walk you through. You'll learn right there with me on how to put a radiator in an '06 TSX. A bit of background: the original radiator here looks to be a Denso unit made in Japan. I don't know if you can see that right there. It's a little worn off, but it says Denso right there. But we'll go ahead and see if we can find one just like this at the dealer or a little online search, and we'll get cracking. So it looks like we're gonna have to remove this plastic shroud kind of holding the radiator supports, and they're kind of held on by these little plastic clips right here. We got a couple of them around. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, looks like 10 all the way over there. And that's only just to remove the radiator upper support, which is right here, and there should be a 10mm bolt underneath, so we'll go ahead and remove that to access the top supports. So looks like the easiest way to remove these is a little left-right sign right here and here. So it looks like we just take this and with a needle and those pliers spin it to the left, and I'm just going to pry with a flatbed screwdriver, and it popped right up. And a little wiggling. I hate these plastic connectors. Ugh. What's the thought of these? I'm gonna tell you. Alright, a little bit of wiggling. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Alright. Yep. And it comes out just like that. Here's a little casing for it. And we're just going to repeat around until we have them all removed. And to the left. Try up. Yep, I'm getting good. Oh, there's one over here. Move. And it looks like these are all interchangeable, so... Alright, but you know what? You know what? Actually, let me show you here. So the whole idea was to get to a bolt underneath here, but I removed that one, this one, and that one, and I think if I just lift ever so slightly here, I can just get to that bolt like this. I don't think there's any need to undo the rest of them. So I'm going to leave it like that, and over here on the side I haven't worked on, I'll remove this one, this one, this one, well maybe not that one, and this one. So I think just these three will do. So 1, 2, 3. I'll go ahead and remove those, and then we can get access to this one for the top one. A little stubborn. Alright. Fantastic. So now, you can see my idea. You can lift up. There's our prize right there. The 10mm bolt, which we'll get to eventually. It's all dirty here. Alright. So, I think the next step here, I'm gonna get underneath and drain the coolant. Alright, so to drain the radiator fluid, I believe there's the little petcock drain right there, and we'll spin it. I got my drain pan thing right here. I do have the car jacked up a little bit, I think just to show you, but I can reach out down here without doing that, so I don't think any of you have to worry about that. So let's go ahead and get this drained. Alright, slide this a little bit down, stick my hand up here, and start draining. Alright, so that's got a good steady flow. We'll come up here. Alright. And take this cap off to let it go faster, and you can hear it. Alright. I'll set that here for now. Okay. And then you can see it drain a lot faster. Just position this to catch it better. Cool. So while that's draining, let's go to the top here and kind of work out a game plan. So we are going to need to remove this bolt that we undid the plastic covering for earlier. There's one under here too. We'll have to unclip these fan connections, one on each side, one for the AC condenser and one for the radiator, and as well as this overflow tank, which let's see here. Oh, there's one right here, 110mm, and it looks like another one right there. So let's go ahead and, let's get this tank out of the way first. Alright, so I'm going to take my ratchet tooth and just start going it down. Alright, crack that loose, and we'll get the other one. Crack that loose. Okay. Put that up here. Now we can undo this. I'm doing this all with my left hand while taping, so this may not be ideal. Man, you always wonder how these YouTube car mechanics do it. Good for them. Alright, get this bad boy out too. Oh, I never got a feeling it's going to be a long video. Well, grab the popcorn, I guess. Alright, so I got that. Let's put that up here for now. Alright, and focus a little bit. Alright, so looks like we can undo this hose from the actual radiator, which is not really cooperating with me. Let's see if I can get a pair of pliers to help me out. Alright, so I'm just gonna put a pair of pliers here and just kind of crack it free, just to wiggle it. Perfect. That's all I need. Those here. And excellent. And this should slide right out. Yep. And there's our prize. It's still got some coolant in it, so I'll probably dump it out on the bottom where the rest of it is, but I'll put this off to the side for now. Alright. So, now I guess we will tackle the fans. I have both hands now. Thank God for tripods, huh? You know what? Let's undo the electrical connections first. There's a pain in the butt connection down there I have to reach to unplug. Right there. And then looks like it's attached to the radiator fan as well here, which we'll have to remove that as well. And remove that connection, and that connection I think will be good. So I'm gonna start up here. I guess you realize I'm learning right there with you guys. Oh, okay. So looks like right here. Nope, maybe not. Alright, let's start with this guy right here. It looks like if I push down here, this will come right out, or if I, yep. So if I just keep pushing on that, boom. Awesome. Great. Now, let's go for a little ride. Going down here. Get you a little light. So, if you can see that right here, this is connected to the fan, so we gotta pry that out. Alright, and there's another connector down there. This guy right here we also have to undo. So let's go ahead and see if we can get that out. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to reach my hand and pull from the bottom part. I can feel a button here. Yeah. So if I just push here and kind of feel it. There we go. There, kind of popped out, and there she blows. Okay, this is there's a little, so where it goes into the actual fan, I'm gonna wait till we pull this out a little bit and get it in from behind, and I'll kind of explain that in a minute. But let's go to the other fan and disconnect that connector. Here's the other connector. So take this part's the one that goes back. So there's a little, looks like there's a little button here, and a little bit of screaming. Man, these are on there good. Or it's just the one-handed part, that sucks. Alright, so that's out. Great. So now our electrical connections are all done. Now, let's take out these 10mm fasteners. Actually, you know what? This fan's not going to come out unless we move the upper radiator hose. So, let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Got these special angle pliers. Any pair of channel locks supposedly do, but I'll just take this. And I think these are the locking kind. They don't lock anymore. Move this all the way to the back here, and kind of wiggle its way out. Now it's stuck on there pretty good. Alright, I'll get a pair of channel locks and we'll try to push this back. Alright. Look in my toolbox, what we got. Alright, so we have channel locks here. We'll just open them big. Very gently, we'll just rock this back and forth. In hopes it'll break free from the plastic. Perfect. That's all we need. Alright. And I have my pan underneath, so in case this decides to get cute and spill all that coolant everywhere on me. Oh, good. So we drained enough out. I'm just going to set this over there for now. Alright. So now we want to undo these fasteners we spoke about earlier. They're all just 10mm. I'm just going to crack them loose with my tool. They're not on there very tight. Alright. That way. Okay. Put those up here so don't forget them. Look at that. Fell back. Looks like they're all interchangeable. Alright. Take that. And the last one. Alright. I'll put that up here. Okay, I did notice these things right here. I just want to make sure they don't fall out easy. Okay, good. So, we undid this. This should fly right out. Maybe. Man, Karma just really doesn't like me. Oh yeah, it's lodged on something over down here. Yeah, I see. Let me get your light here. It's tiny, it's connected right there. So we'll have to undo that one as well. Alright, so we need to undo that connector that's in there. Let me get my light out. It's barely hanging by a thread. Interesting. Alright, reach my hand. Do that. Okay. And then there's this guy over here too. That needs to come out. Okay. So now these should just fly right out. Maybe. It's not wedged on anything. So if you see here, this connector at the bottom, just take it. And it's on there for some odd reason. How do we get this out? Alright, so there's one really stubborn connector right here. And it's stuck on, but if I just push down here and lift up, then this comes right out. So we'll just put that off to the side. Over there. Okay. And then this bad boy should come out as well. Knock on wood. Without any obstacle. It's just in a much tighter spot. So, great. We'll put that to the side as well. Alright, so going down here, we have a transmission line there, a transmission line there, the lower radiator hose, which looks like there's some kind of quick disconnect here, as opposed to removing the hose from the connect itself, which might save me from having to replace this clamp if I can just remove it from here. And then looks like that's some kind of coolant temperature sensor, radiator temperature sensor. There's an electrical connection on it, of course. So let's go ahead and disconnect that lower radiator hose. What do you say? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this petcock back up, and I'm going to go ahead and go for the gold right here with this lower radiator hose all the way here. So let me get a little screwdriver, and it looks like right here, if I just remove this steel ring from it, it'll come off. Not right off, I'm assuming there's a bit of fighting, so if I just stick in my screwdriver and just pull. Yep. Let me kind of show you a little better. You can see this guy right here just slides in that way and back. So all I did was pull it back. Alright, now it will come off without a big fight. You know what? Let me see if I can get a pry bar. throw away the plastic radiator anyway, who cares? Alright. I can just legit. No? That's not gonna work. Alright. This is gonna be a pair. Left and right. Oh, I guess this comes all the way off. Huh, go figure. Alright. You guys are sitting on top of the engine right now. Okay. Alright, so if I just kinda hope I'm not in the way, good. Just wedge this back somehow. Oh yeah, sweet, it's moved a little bit. Okay. And then reach. And flip it back. Excellent. Great. Oh, that's fantastic news. And then we'll undo our transmission lines and then undo these top fasteners. Okay, so I have our secret weapon. I've heard these plug up transmission lines well when you remove them. This only applies obviously if you have an automatic transmission. If you have a manual, you don't need this, but I'll show you in a minute why. And let me get my trusty pliers. And oh, of course, you know, the clamps are facing the complete opposite way. It's all good, I think. Man. Maybe you know why they designed you to do this from underneath. I don't know. There's a splash shield under there. I never even wanted to bother. Ugh. Right. Alright, so let's get this transmission line off. Two transmission lines off. And so we'll want to undo the spring clamp. Trick for everybody, you can just kind of spin this to get the clamp up to remove it. So just kind of grab a hold of it, and if you just spin it and get the clamps kind of positioned where you want to, we can grab our hose pliers and hopefully undo this clamp. Stubborn clamp. Oh yeah, it's not catching. So spin it until it's in the orientation I need it to be. First angle, this one right here, you guys might have fun if you ever have to do this. I don't know why. It costs a lot of money to fix your car sometimes. But remember, these clamps suck! And I like those little, what do they call them, worm types? The ones you put on, you just screw it and you're done. Yeah, I like those. Too much. Alright. Well, as you can see, I accidentally popped it off, but that's okay. Because this guy's here. So this time we'll pop it off. Get this to plug it up right away. So now we have it plugged up with the spark plug. Only a couple drops of transmission fluid fell off, no big deal. But just make sure my drain bucket here. Right? Now the other one. Alright, and we'll do this one as well. Back. Gently. And plug it. Great. Alright, now I think it is time to remove these supports, and we'll get this bad boy out of here. Okay, where did my ratchet go? And there she goes, of course underneath everything. Alright, so we'll go ahead and continue moving this like we did earlier. One, and this pops right off, like this. Okay, and then over here, same thing. And this one has to go back here because it holds the hood latch. Okay. Alright. Now, let's see if we can lift this radiator right out of here and put in a fresh one. What do you say? Alright, it should come right out. Just make sure it's not caught on anything. There is an electrical connector, it's caught on down here, of course. We did miss that, if you remember. I'll zoom in for you. Right there. Alright, round two. So, this should fly right out. Awesome. Alright. Now, there's two holes right here. Keep note of that. And we'll go to our new radiator and swap out what we need to and keep what we need to and whatnot. Alright, so from this old radiator, looks all like we have to transfer is this coolant temperature sensor thing, and then these little grommet feet that come right out. One here, which we will actually put in the car. Right on the bottom. So one goes here. And then the other goes there. Cool beans. Alright, looking at our new radiator here, there's a spot for the coolant temperature sensor, which I just cracked loose. It's just a 17 millimeter. It just unscrews right out. Problem is, that's a much bigger hole, so our friends from Denso have included this adapter and this little tiny O-ring that we're going to put right here. And I don't want to install this completely dry, so I'm going to take a little bit of coolant from the old radiator. I'm just going to stick my finger in here, something like that, and get some coolant. There's some. And just kind of rub it around here so it's not dry. And then just put that right on here. Fits like a glove, and we're just going to screw it in here, and I'll tighten that. Alright, so let's just continue getting this out. And there's this little O-ring right here that we can probably reuse, but I'd probably want to replace it, and I have the O-ring here. There's the part number, and we're just gonna flop it on there, and then put that in there. Alright, so we'll just tighten this. Get a real wrench. And then we'll just take off this cap. Take off this cap, and we'll take off that cap, and make sure these are tight before you put them in. Yeah, see, I got a little bit of turn on there. And then make sure these are, I guess, turned to the right orientation, so it's angled like this. And the old one has the same similar angle too, so good deal. Alright, so I just placed the new one in here. Just literally just drop it right in. And it's just flopping a lot, so I'm actually going to put these connectors back in first. Cool. Alright, so now it won't be flopping too bad. Alright, first thing, I'm going to connect this lower radiator hose back. Set quick connect. Oh, that was so much easier putting back in. And then this clip, we'll put it back. Somehow. Doesn't feel right. Do something, it's just like, wait, something's weird. There we go. Now it feels better. That was cool. Alright. We'll get these transmissions. We'll actually, let's hook up this guy so we don't forget about it. This coolant temperature sensor thing, something bigger. Clip that in. Transmission lines. So we'll take out our spark plug. So it's like a decent angle. There's really tight space to work with on this car. Alright. We got that in. Put that to the side. Alright. Other transmission line. Great. Make sure that goes on. That side. Wheelie. Alright. Wow. The good news is we got everything clamped down good. Alright. Okay, so I got these transmission clamps back in, 1 and 2. After going through this, I really recommend you just get those worm type clamps. They're the kinds you screw in. These were a bear to get back in, and I think you'll have much better luck for leaks that way. Just my 2 cents. But anyway, I'm just gonna do one quick double check on everything here to make sure everything's okay. Okay, good. We're secure on top. Now I think we are ready to install our cooling fans. So remember this bad boy here, the left side. These do not get bolted on the bottom, if you remember. They just kind of slip in these little pegs right there. So we'll just slip in this. I'll zoom out for you guys. Alright. Gently. Gently. sure it sits in there nice. It'll line up here good. Put our plugs back in. Let's see here. Actually, this one went like this. In that manner. Okay. Have mounted like that. And then I'm just gonna plug this electrical connector here. That's one. Satisfying click. Ah. Alright. Let's just make sure. Cool. And two. And another click. And then this mounted here. Fantastic. And we had a couple of these 10mm bolts right here. Now the new radiator came with these nuts right there, so we don't have to transfer them from our old one. Another screw right here. And then our either condenser fan, radiator fan. I don't know. Leave me in the comments which one's which. I'm kind of curious. I hope you guys are having fun watching me suffer. I am by no means pro. Alright. Let's screw this in. And I have a feeling this video is going to get made fun of a little bit, but that's okay. I'll learn too. It's my car. It's not, nobody's paying me to do this. Alright. So I'll just tighten these up. Did I tighten these? Alright, I'm on the other side just tightening these. Tighten. Tighten. Cool beans. Haha. Next we'll put the reservoir back in. I put it at work with my car. Tighten these. Okay. You know, I almost forgot this electrical connector over here. Where is... I bet people are screaming in the camera, oh, you forgot the electrical connector. Oh, damn it. Where'd it go? It's right here. Alright, so fished out this last electrical connector here we forgot about. Good thing we caught it. One click. Alright, so one thing to take note of, this radiator came without a cap. I just want to make sure the cap that was there before fits before we do anything. Good deal. Alright. Let's connect the overflow here, right? And as far as the top work goes, the upper radiator hose. Get that. We'll just bring this clamp back to where it belongs. It's like it misses the old radiator. And try to get it to go exactly where it was. this at this angle. There we go. Now it's exactly where it was. Give it a good tug. Cool. Nothing crazy. Alright. Pick up some of these tools off my engine bay. And let's fill her up with some coolant. Alright. Filling this system up. This being a Honda. Acura Honda. Use the blue stuff, everybody. Use the blue stuff. Direct from the dealer. Not very expensive. But I got this spill-free funnel. I really recommend you guys get one when you're doing radiator work. So this adapter just goes in here, and this just spins right on it, and this goes right on top, and we'll go ahead and fill it up and get carried away. Alright, hopefully this fills up good and fine. So that bubbling up is supposed to be a good thing when you fill it up. That means, I think somebody on YouTube said that there's no air to escape anywhere, and this car doesn't have a bleeder valve to make the filling the cooling system easier. So we just gotta sit there listening to it burp all day. You see why it smells good? I just put my hands, but the magic happens when we bleed the cooling system out. Which you'll see in a minute. Whoa, this is going everywhere. Don't fill it up like I did that fast. And this is supposedly going to take a gallon, maybe a little more. But we'll keep going. Keep fillings. Alright, so that right there, we topped off our cooling system. What I'm actually going to do, because I didn't put any in the reserve tank for now, or the reservoir, this, you just put it right here, and you can remove it, like that. And then I'm just going to dump a little bit in here, that way. And for all the mechanics watching, tell me if what I'm doing is actually necessary. That'll be good. And then I'll put it right back here. I'm not sure if this has to be empty or not when you, or if it has to have something in it, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I feel safer that way. Take this back out, so we can bleed this cooling system. Alright. It's going to surely suck up some more coolant. So, I'll put that much in there or something. Alright. Now, let's go start her up. Yeah. Alright, so we're inside now, and we're going to start her up. For those who are curious, this car has 133,941 miles, so 134,000 miles basically. But what we're going to do is we're going to open up the heater core basically. So we're going to put it all the way on hot and keep the fan off to bleed the cooling system. So we're going to start her up. Alright. We're going to put it all the way as high as we can. Okay, like that, and then we are going to turn that off, and that way everything, heater core is wide open. So let's go ahead and go outside to the car. Alright, so right now it's just going, we're going to leave this running until the cooling fan kicks on, And once it kicks on, technically that's your sign of the cooling system has been burped, or you have bled your cooling system. So this is going to sit here and bubble for a while. I'm going to rev it up to about 2,500 RPM, and until finally, you know, the engine's warmed up and everything. While this is bleeding out, it's been running for maybe 6 minutes now. We'll go and attach these things back in, and hopefully call it a day. We'll go for a test drive and everything. But yeah, they just put it in and they snap back into place like that. Back in the car. For bleeding the cooling system easier, I heard if you just rev it up to 2.5 RPMs or 2,500 RPMs, it'll make the process go a lot quicker. So I will sit here and rev it for a while until those cooling fans kick on. And it's still bubbling up every now and then, especially when I give the upper radiator hose a couple of squeezes, called burping it. It's still bubbling quite a bit, so we'll still be running until the cooling fans kick on, which they have not. Making noises. And they keep on. Haha! Alright. So, the kicked on once, so we're ready to close off the system again here. So I will go ahead and at this point, this is how it works. We're going to put the cap back on. This will be very hot, so I have a rag right here to help a little bit with that, but I'll put this in, take this out, like that. Alright. Must be careful, must be careful. Oh, it's still boiling a bit. Good. And then we will. Alright. Just like that. Perfect. Alright. Now we'll go for a test drive and see what it's like. I will top off the reserve tank first though. Back it down a little bit. Okay. And we're off. Alright, so temperature gauge is good. Same mileage. Fun stuff. Cool beans. Alright, let's go for a little love ride. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Brake back. Oh, it's so nerve-wracking always driving a car after you fixed it like this. And it's really dark outside. And I'm probably going to get yelled at for videotaping while doing this. But there's probably not too many people around. Alright. Temperature gauge is good. Oh, it's so weird driving a car without its original radiator, and woo! I'm such a dork sometimes. Well, I guess I'll take it for a spin a little bit, and everybody, let me know in the comments section what you guys thought and stuff. what could have been better, advice. I mean, my goal was to help you guys out. I know that these things can be really expensive to do sometimes and whatnot, but you know, you do what you can. Fun fact though, while we're driving here, the radiator I put in this car, it's a Denso, just like the original one that came out that we discussed earlier in this video. And it was made in Taiwan, just like I predicted. What's weird, though, everything, you know, it was pretty much an OE radiator with the exception of that coolant temperature sensor thingy. Now, I did reach out to Josh from TSX Travels. He has about 500,000 miles, or 530,000 at the time of this video shot, I think, on his 05 TSX, which is really phenomenal. He had his radiator done at the dealer in his car, which came, you know, comes in that whatever Honda box with the Honda sticker. I'd messaged him, and his radiator was actually made in China. So, fun fact, it's a Denso, just like the one I put in, so if there's any expert on there who wants to tell me Taiwan radiator that I bought on Amazon, which was like 85 bucks or something, versus the dealer I called, Acura of Columbus, said it was like 300 some change bucks. So, yeah, leave me in the comment section. I'm kind of curious about that one. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. Leave whatever you have in the comment section, and I hope this video helped you out, and I hope you're able to fix your cars and everything. So, alright, peace out, everyone.